Suppose I can't argue with that.
Let's get off this phone.
Oh, you're out,
I don't know who you'd rather say you were following the footsteps in. I mean, all the other ones are pretty bad choices.
Do you think Carter's a good choice? In all honesty.
He's kind of straightforward.
Why isn't there disabled access?
He's a glorified pretty boy. He spends all his mornings up there causing a ruckus for no good reason. Insists it's for training, but really just likes obliterating anything in his fucking... his unfortunate path.
Right.
Someone who's on the outside of Vanguard, you would say.
Well, everybody has their morning routine. You patrol with a knife.
Rifle.
He smacks rocks. Yeah, you know. Well, sometimes it's a knife. I've seen you do it with a knife before.
Don't look at me. I'm not gonna shit talk Harper. He's the only reason I am able to fight right now.
You're also trying to fuck him, which probably adds to that.
If you bring that up one more time, without any evidence or anything other than your own weird, fragile, masculine opinions, I will cause you to have more bruises than you do now.
Yeah, the only unsubstantiated rumors about relationships that are probably totally true are, well, you know, never mind. It's fine. But it's not that one.
I
We
don't...
don't even spend time together.
No.
If I'm trying to fuck Carver, I wonder what people think about us.
You were talking about
Sorry.
Chips and Vavina, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right,
I
so
know more than a lot of people do, and it's so painfully... I don't even know why they try to pretend it's not a thing.
Your guess is about as good as mine.
Ever since the Harpies, honestly, who would have thought too?
Well, I mean, they're harpies.
Nothing
all
quite
affected
Nothing quite like a good harpy infection to make you realize that you are a cardinal creature with absolutely no standards, I suppose.
Well, we're all... You haven't forgotten, hopefully. We're all animals.
Some more than others.
We all have...
Exact.
Yeah, you'd know, wouldn't you? We have
I wouldn't.
desires. And some of those
Like you, I'm
desires
human.
don't line up with other people's opinions.
Okay, well, you know,
They
I was
believe that
just...
they're correct, so they
Some-
push a false narrative on everyone else, when in reality, sexual desire is natural.
Well, you see, some
It's an
people
instinct.
just have standards and some people don't. It's just a matter of...
No, there's a difference between having standards and being an uptight piece of shit.
Do you think I'm an uptight piece of shit?
I don't know, Lennox, have you ever given me a reason for me to think that?
We're back. Suppose that's good.
Hey, the thing from the camp. Okay. Just. I don't know how this works, so I don't. You got this. Whatever.
I got this. Yeah, look, they're gonna be...
One more. I am Joseph Asmodeus Joko. I've been at Ascension Academy for about 3 or 4 months now. In that time, I've been gaslit, ridiculed, attacked, made an outcast. 2 days ago, I died. I'm sure of it. Wounds are enough to prove that. Through some unfortunate, unforeseen circumstances, I am back. I've lived through the unthinkable. Standing in front of death's door, I was torn back. There is no plausible or feasible reason that I should be alive right now, but I am. And that's... It's okay. If anything, the events that took place while we were at Camp Kari have only further proved my point. Instructors cannot be trusted. The students only care when it's convenient. At a moment's notice, the drop of a hat, toss you away for personal gain. I have apt evidence suggesting that the one called Lila personally sabotaged me. We had a conversation that morning, consisting of her pretending to care when it was convenient for her. To which she then turned around and dragged me to my death. And then I woke up. But only seems to cause me further concern or question on my wounds. In a mere 2 days after dying, I can walk. No pain. Effortless. My hand still stings, as does the right side of my face, but I'm largely alive. He's going to slowly unwrap the bandages on his arm. Still the exact same bruised, bloody, cut up, torn, and an arm that he had remembered seeing the first day. No improvement, not even slight. Bandages to the side. In this drawer, pull out some more. And rewrap his hand. Still have so many questions but no answers. How did I survive? How am I okay? Rin took less damage than me, as did Specca, and both of them are bound to...
Knock, knock.
Fuck. Who's there?
It's Lorne.
I gathered that. Come in.
Hello, son.
Morning.
Brought you some tea. Might look invisible, but that's how the universe likes to go.
Appreciate it. What brings you here?
They check up on you. For obvious reasons.
I'm largely alright. Minor cuts, scrapes, bruises.
I see. If you need assistance getting down, or anything else of the such, I'll do my best to try to help out. Or if you need me to come up and bring you foodstuffs and whatnot. Obviously, you're excused from any physical needs, no matter what any other professor says. They can come talk to me about it.
I
if
appreciate
they try to force you in something.
I appreciate your concern, but I assure you I'm capable of grabbing my own food and water, as well as walking myself down. After all, I walked myself up.
I see. Then I will leave you to it. I do not want to destroy your independence. Because of that, if it's fine with you, I would like to submit an order to get your instrument. I should be able to afford it just fine. I just wanted to make sure, get any specifications you've had. If you could write down any intricacies or any details about your instrument, so on days when you're up here, you can at least practice. Enjoy music while you're up here.
All right. I'll be sure to get the papers to you at once. Are you sure?
Good, good. Oh, I can afford it easy, son. Once you've traveled the world and done many adventures, you have quite a lot of capital stashed away somewhere.
Well, I appreciate it. Not often you get a kind gesture like that, especially not here.
No. That needs to change, in my opinion.
You're too kind. Truly.
Regardless, still keep your wits about you. I don't want you to believe I'm doing this for an alternative thing. Which
Of course.
there's no need for it.
Of course not. You're doing
Always beware.
You're doing this out of the kindness of your heart. I see that.
Fine. I was also wanting to talk about your encounters with,
And
you know.
there it is.
I would say they give it a good beating, but I wanted to hear your opinions on the entire encounter.
From what? Once
Because now
once we entered the crypts.
Yes, I want to hear your details about that.
It's rather uninteresting. You'll be disappointed. We walked into the crypt, we cleared it as best we can. We saw 2 crystals as well as a chest. We secured the chest first. We were unsure what the 2 crystals were. Professor Albrecht gave the order for us to secure the crystal. We interpreted that as capture. And I ended up... Well, I was unable to make contact with it. As we got close to it, it seemed to explode right in front of us. Well, not explode, but a blast of magical energy came out of it. Professor Albrecht came back from his end, swung his sword into it, and shattered it, presumably. The blast had knocked me unconscious.
I see. What I would like you to do, as Professor Albrecht, if you would like to harp in this favor, I believe Professor Albrecht has been influenced a little bit by the magic inside of that crystal in no positive way. And I would like you to keep an eye on him for me. If you suspect that he is doing something, let's say something that I should know about, which I'll trust your judgment on, I would like you to give me a written scroll of the things you found. Nothing oral, just in writing, but in secret. And you can deliver it to my tower if you feel safe, or wait till I come here, but keep anything written secret. Keep a log of it.
Alright. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do that. However, if you have suspicions he is under the influence of something worse, why haven't you brought this up to Aokiyama?
I have not seen him yet.
Well, I'd be happy to assist.
Yeah. I'd appreciate it, son. If you have any concerns for your life or anything, please let me know and I can take you off the task. I don't want to put you in any danger. And obviously you know the way he has been getting, so if he tries to interrogate you for information, I shall do my best to intervene if I can find him enough.
Alright. I'll be looking forward to it. I'll let you know if I see anything out of the sorts, and if he acts up further because of his magic. At least none of the rest of us had made any physical contact with it. It seems as though if he is being influenced by something, it was of the physical contact that caused it, right?
That's the theory so far. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. But I just need to make sure.
Of course. Well, hopefully the rest of us were safe. I'll keep an eye on Albrecht and I'll let you know what I find.
Thank you, son. I appreciate it. You require anything from me before I leave?
Oh, I should be alright.
Good, good. Enjoy your tea, son. Thank you for your help.
Of course. Good day. First the instrument. Possible ploy to lead me in. Bait me with something that seems irresistible, or something I might want, to then immediately turn around and ask for a favor. I'm not sure what he expects of me, or if he thinks I'm a fool, but believe me, I see through whatever the hell he's trying to pull. Now, Albrecht, on the other hand, that is an interesting side proposition. Why would he go through such lengths for me to be the one? He's quite literally filled an academy full of powerful wizards, witches and such, as well as, well, more instructors. So why me? Why a random new student? No ulterior goal in my ass. There's something else going on here. It was just as I expected. The instructors aren't to be trusted. However, playing his game seems somewhat beneficial. Write the specifications down later tonight. Actually, roll it up, put it in his jacket. How's me going to keep one of those on me? My hypothesis has been correct so far. Now, the instructors are in on it too. Good. Wonderful. Damn it. I don't believe there was anything else I needed. Regarding the circumstances around my life, I have so many questions unanswered. If what Professor Barnes says is true, physical contact with the crystal was what led to Albrecht's change. I indeed touched it. Why am I fine? Because I lack mana. Wasn't a strong enough target for whatever the conduit in the crystal was to do whatever the hell they did to him to me. Hell, what was that? I recall Rex brainstorming it might have been something to do with the keystones. The keystones are so dangerous, able to turn someone's emotions so 180. We wouldn't have them so openly on campus, would we? This tight feeling in my chest won't go away. I'm concerned. To say the least. Alright. We have to start another day. And there goes the show off. Per usual. You've put on a mask before, Joseph. You can do it again. Trust no one. Your ulterior motives are yours and yours only. Damn. Students can't be trusted. Melanie. What about Melanie? Oh. What about Melanie? A meeting with Albrecht so early.
Yep.
What for?
Did you read the board yet?
I have not.
Come on.
Why would Melanie be meeting with Albrecht? She's not involved, too, is she? Oh, that can't be. She's not the type.
Alright, so they're really bad at saying whole squad because literally two of your here, so it's not even barely half. Alright, well, it's worth a try. I'm gonna go check, had any good
Tuber farm owner found dead. Locals started smelling a strange smell and hadn't seen him for a few days. After checking his home, they found his body. He had been dead for several days with multiple stab wounds. Concordia is looking for any information. 200 gold reward. Oh. Shit.
Yeah. Shit. Hi, Professor Bone.
The tuber farmers all dead. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, extremely
Murder
unfortunate.
is quite tedious, especially in those circumstances. But it won't be long before they find the culprit. There's only so many who could be guilty.
Person was probably very scared right now, seeing all those wanted posters up.
Yes.
Pretty much all
Does
his...
not have the face on it.
To some degree, pretty much all the students who went to Concordia that day, where he had met this extraordinary gentleman, have somewhat of a target on their backs, do they not?
Not really. They wouldn't hold us accountable. They don't have any evidence. They can't hold anyone accountable.
No evidence.
Someone will probably give them false information and then claim the gold. That's what usually happens to these wanted posters.
He knows.
But enough about that murder nonsense. Relish in your victory and your accomplishment.
I don't really feel accomplished. Camp Kari's not safe.
It is
Albert was
with a
not
dryad there.
wrong about those walls. They are awful. They'll come down at
Perhaps.
any moment, easily climbed over. Can't excavate around them, or else they'll just fall.
You must understand, Melanie. The Dryad is
That's what
guarding
you
not only
the
those
Loki knows
walls, but
about
the entire forest as we speak.
charity.
He's been hindered for the
Nonetheless,
past year.
Going to be opening soon.
Let's hope his strength keeps up with him.
All of us rejoice.
I think it will. Something leads me to believe
Hope so.
what we did previously
That's
wasn't enough to free
hoity-toity.
him. It only kept
Tough
it stagnant within his mind, and eventually started taking him over
Spend all
again.
their time insisting there's this
And we properly freed him with
being
that potion.
guiding them, when in reality
this
they
sounds like
are
good news to
making
me.
random, obscene choices with the under the guise that they have an excuse, something
Yes, one less
is
tube of
telling
pharma in
them
the
to do
world.
it, so they do.
One
What
less
a good thing.
racist.
We have a
Go
terrible
farmer.
problem, Professor. I need you immediately.
What's a terrible
Stu-
problem in
A
3
student
words
is
or
in
less?
peril.
That's 4 words.
A student is in peril.
5, actually.
What do you know?
Look at me like that. I think I have a bright idea as to who did it. I have an even brighter idea as to how they did it. It totally wasn't my fault or anything. You look so cute with your half glare. I can only imagine what it looks like underneath.
You-
Melanie,
What,
are you good with a hacksaw?
What even is that?
It's a saw that hacks.
No.
No?
Why?
Well, what
What's
if we were
wrong?
using it on Zach?
Mm,
Unfortunately, Linux, she has more important things
wrong?
to deal with than this right now.
One of her squad
he's my
members
dad
is
now.
trapped.
He tells me what's important to me and what isn't, I guess.
Very possessive man you have there. I'd be careful.
At least your father's worth something.
Dorms. Hello, dorks. How you doing?
What's up? Did you read the board?
No.
Might want to.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
I
Oh,
don't.
what? Now you're gonna walk away after doing all that? Are you pulling a me?
You've got things to deal with, aren't you?
No, you told me what I needed to deal with. That's what I'm doing, remember?
You're already doing it.
Since you shooed Linux away.
Come on. That tuber farmer. I.
Called. Yo, Joe.
For fuck's sake.
Killer, pick me up. Let me know.
It hurts so, but I'll be fine for now. I appreciate it. I'll let you know if anything comes up or anything changes.
Yeah, or if you just need someone to check up on you, if you're more comfortable with me, just let me know. Happy to assist.
Right. Well,
More come.
you have a wonderful day doing whatever it is you do. I'm going to leave now.
Okay, just make sure that you get checked out by somebody at some point. Everyone's interested in like daily stuff. Anyway, goodbye. See ya. Have a good day.
Bye. Come.
Melanie knows something. A little bit. Almost too much.
Lecture.
What do you know about what happened to him?
I'll tell you when we're not in earshot. Trust you not to rat me out for my murder accessory.
You were going to tell him anyways, right? We'll do it over here.
Yeah. Because he's probably already put the pieces together, has heard the news.
Oh, you can't knock.
Suck.
So, The hell did you do?
Remember when they came to the school for the party?
I do.
Yeah. Well, he was there, and I saw her, and I got a little angry because of all the bruises on her, so I may or may not have spilled a drink on her shirt, and used it as an excuse to bring her into my dorm room, and provided her with a shiv that I had just made. I gave her an opportunity.
We didn't...
I didn't tell her to do it.
You really... We were going... I had arranged for her to be bought and set free. You realize that? You realize I had set that in motion, right? You realize that was already going through.
She would have been
She...
beaten to death before you even could.
That's not... You chose the alternative. She wouldn't have been beaten to death. I had people in Concordia watching
almost
over
as if-
her. Believe it or not.
You didn't say anything beforehand.
You never
when
asked.
I was...
In fact, nobody asked, and that's how I got punched.
You wouldn't have told me to begin with.
I had set things in motion to assure that she was protected while she was there. Obviously, they couldn't...
Yeah, well, I got it done faster.
No, you became an accessory to murder. You realize how different that is? That's a whole different fucking ballpark.
That's if they find out.
That is when they find out.
If.
When? You're about to walk into that
I'm
door.
not gonna find out shit.
You're about to walk...
There's no proof.
You are about to walk in to that door, and you are about to tell Albrecht everything. Because that's what you
Are
do.
you telling me what I'm going to do, Joseph?
I'm telling you what you were going to do. You folded so easily when they questioned you the first time about what we knew.
Because I thought you gave me up first.
You're weak. You're going to get yourself killed
I'm weak?
if you keep this up.
I think I'm doing just fine, actually. I think you're the weak one.
Why do you do this to yourself? What's...
Do what? Exist?
No, you practically sabotage yourself at every fucking moment you can. You're an accessory to
Fucking
murder now.
Slave girl is...
You are an accessory
And that's
to
if they find out.
win. If you tell him, you think he won't do the right thing.
I wasn't gonna tell him. And if I tell him, he's not gonna tell anyone else.
And what gives you that
That's
much
why
faith?
I trust him.
What has he done?
Because it's
That gives
fucking
you-
Albrecht knows more about me that no one else knows in this entire school. Stuff you don't even know.
I don't care to know. First of all. Second
That's
of
why
all.
you don't know. Because you don't care. He does.
How dare you?
About me. You literally just said you don't care. I was affirming your statement. Why are you mad?
I don't care about your story. I care about you. Now.
I am
And
my story.
You now are going to get yourself killed, hung, or locked up in some jail far away. You'd like that,
They
though,
can't
wouldn't
kill
you? With what power? Have you suddenly regained that, too? Hmm? You thought I'd forgotten?
I don't know yet. I don't know if there's anything in there or not. At all. I don't know if there's anything left or if it's all...
For the love of God. Play more carefully. Please.
I wasn't expecting her to actually do it. She was a wuss.
You handed...
I gave her an opportunity.
No. You wouldn't have handed it to her if you didn't expect her to do it. You made a shiv. You handed it to someone in a situation where they couldn't defend themselves because they had nothing to defend themselves to. You knew fully well what was going to happen. You knew fully well what you were doing. You knew fully well she'd do it. Personality aside, you looked the man in the eye who's beaten you your entire life. And now you have a weapon. You think you wouldn't take that chance? What was your game plan here?
I gave her what I didn't have.
I'm proud
I
of you.
gave her what I didn't get.
And you're not a murderer. Congratulations. Except for you've managed to backtrack and now make yourself an accessory to it.
I'm not a murderer. You really don't know much,
You
do you?
knew damn well what I meant. Unconsciously. That wasn't you. You're going to get yourself killed. And I don't want to see that.
I'm alive. Fine.
So am I.
No bruises or broken bones.
Somehow. So am I. I don't quite understand it myself.
Neither did I, but the point with magic is you're not supposed to.
Have fun with your chat. Glad you're alive.
Where are you going now?
You think I don't have things to do?
Alberic's not even here. No, you never have things to do.
Believe,
Not waiting around by a door.
believe it or not, I do. Despite your
What
conniptions.
are you gonna go do?
I was going to read.
Train with your half-broken body?
I was going to
Really?
read.
What book have you not read in the library yet, honestly?
Surprisingly enough, a lot of them, it's rather hard to sit down and enjoy a book when everyone's threatening your life every time you sit, or stand, or blink, or
There's
breathe.
literally no one even threatening your life.
Oh, not anymore. Hence why I'm going to the library.
Well, if I'm quiet, can I come with you?
And make me an accessory of the accessory. Of course you can. I don't care. Stay quiet. Stay out of my way.
I was going to anyway. Polite and asking first.
Why did she do this to herself? Why can't she just play smart? Live a lot longer. I can't get answers from them.
Is it darker in here, or is it just me?
It is very much darker in here.
Oof. Ooh. Oh my gosh. All of the books.
There has to be a book on it here somewhere. On creatures, chromatic glass. Where would it be? That's world history. Rex had mentioned that there was... Well, the crystals might have been part of a keystone. If they are, then we must have a book on keystones somewhere. You can't tell me it's not here.
Where you have more silent footsteps.
Looking for a book on keystones, Melanie. See if you can help me find it.
I know where that is.
Ah, that's much easier. So you can find any books on the undead crypt.
Okie dokie.
At least use her as an errand girl. Make her useful. Has to be something in here. They truly were keystones. Energy keystones are rune-inscribed stones from the mines of Asperia. These keystones have been attuned to a magical spell or effect to continuously supply them with magical energy from the surrounding area. This allows the caster to maintain a spell indefinitely unless the caster dies, ends the spell, or the area is fully depleted of magical energy. Keystones are made via a lengthy inscribing process and are generally only used for strong spells and not used lightly. The process being so specific helps prevent the stones from being stolen. Once linked, they can not be repurposed without the original inscriber removing the link or a skilled inscriber redoing the inscription. This process is known as recouping, and is best performed in a temple or a place with strong magical energy. Most keystones active in the world are used for travel or beneficial spells or effects. However, some nefarious individuals have been known to use them for taboo rituals, such as maintaining undead. If that keystone...
Did you hear the bell, by the way?
I have not. Why? Did he go off?
The bell went off.
Alright. How long
He'll
ago?
come back. Like a few seconds. Saw you didn't get up, so.
The keystones. If those truly were keystone shards, they were being used in such a manner that allowed them to continuously summon and upkeep the undead. But that still doesn't explain why it had such a violent reaction to being touched. Perhaps if it captures all this energy from around it. When I touched it, maybe I bridged the gap between the mana within and myself, causing it to discharge back into me, knocking me unconscious. But still, having an excess amount of magical energy pumped back into you wouldn't explain what's happening to Albrecht. Unless the type of spell or inscription being on it changes the properties of the mana within, so it draws mana from the outside of it, captures it and stores it inside itself, then once collided with...
Nice one, Headmaster. Thank you. I've held it in for a couple days.
Well, there goes my idea of measuring Liang's foreign and also asking the rest for measurements.
I can't even pretend to make sense of it, because it doesn't.
Did he become a frog for 2 seconds?
I mean, you probably do.
When did that
You
happen?
really shouldn't challenge the headmaster with these jokes.
You can't.
Yeah, I thought so.
Let's gonna even look into the crypts. Perhaps there's something in relation to the two of them in there. It's rather unlikely, but...
Becca's awake. She's
Hey,
just...
Hakushi!
There he is. Professor Albrecht.
Yes, he is! He's one of the best sickness members. One of.
That's the fourth time I've heard that, and I still don't understand.
Well, he ain't going to tell him.
One of
Or is he lying?
Wait,
She.
Steve is a Vanguard member? Who the fuck accepted this?
Honorary Vanguard.
I'm okay with it.
Fine
I didn't vote for that.
Here, your vote
I voted.
doesn't matter.
What do you mean my vote doesn't? What's your problem?
Newbie.
Does anyone know already?
Newbie?
I got stuck in your door.
starting
That's my problem.
I told you not.
I have to talk to Albrecht again. Gain some more answers.
I'll make this short, everyone. Welcome back to the Academy. I know it's been a couple days. I've heard word that, thankfully, everyone has come back in one piece. There are a few injuries, some graver than others, but in the end, you all made it back. Medical squad, you have my thanks. Did I just hear Rin fall down the stairs?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I hope so.
No.
All right, you almost all came back in one piece. When you were gone, there was a couple upgrades to the campus. I've also added a small medical wing to the actual stadium. It'll be more fleshed out as time goes on. As of right now, wheelchairs and a cabinet for them are placed inside the stadium as well, opposite side of the weaponry. Other than that, I will need to check in with the teachers. But because of all the injuries, today will be a day of recovery. We'll have dinner later tonight to re-energize everyone, a feast of sorts, and a celebration for everyone's safety. I thank you again for your assistance in aiding the camp and cleansing it once again. Hopefully this time that Dryad can stay clean this time. Nick, take some tips from Ryder, I guess. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming back. You are dismissed for the rest of the day. Take care of yourselves. Medical squad, please feel free to check up people that are injured.
Where you go, Lila?
That's a fun.
We're going to be having a meeting tomorrow after awakening.
Now I could actually
Oh my God.
See him without veil.
We'll wait for Professor Albrecht. Let him know you're going to speak with him at one point. Actually, I could probably do that now.
Yep. Morning. I was gonna ask him to see if he knows the forms when we were measured for
Probably
fitness.
later tonight if everyone's still waiting.
Seriously?
Probably have
You're doing the hot
Gather
drink.
your thoughts and reports on the ship or the
What?
mission, or
Your injuries.
will now suffice for you, gentlemen.
Looks like someone's already
I believe I heard sooner than not.
because it's not right.
Sooner the better, I suppose.
Why isn't
I
that
had a
right?
request.
All right, I'll meet you all in the war room here momentarily if you'd like. It seems some of the students need to speak with you first.
I don't have any basis.
I'll go with you.
You should be more inquisitive.
Caesar, can I speak with you
Are you
first?
telling me to bully people?
Well, for a lot of
Probably should
people.
stay off of the stairs.
Hey,
Explore it. See why it's bad.
Okay, so you want me to bully people?
how do you feel about
It's important. I will speak to you after you do your work.
How are you feeling today?
water,
Wow.
About as good as I can.
I'm gonna be there with Esme.
That important?
Yourself.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
What's up? What's
Why do you look so
I'm sorry.
worried? Sam.
You're not actually bad.
I know, I'm actually kind of a twig.
Well, it seems my meeting has been adjourned, unfortunately.
And after the meeting in the war room, I will go
Take
to my
care,
office.
Carver.
You may find me there.
Maybe.
You cut yourself
You
and
intelligent glasses wearing drake.
Technically, just everyone's
You scrappy rogue.
Man, not looking about everyone else, I'm looking at us.
I'll have to find him after she's done talking to him. Professor Carver is always rather buddy-buddy. Actually, there's a small chance I might be able to get him to talk. If I play my cards right. Tell him I trust him more than anyone else. I need to talk to him. Alright. Oh, he just fucking jumped over. Pardon me, Professor Carver. Once your training with your squad has ceased, would you mind seeking me out? I'd like to speak with you.
I think that's a bad idea. I think we got a lot of stuff to do today, so you should.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Sir, but whenever you've finished your training exercises for this morning, if you wouldn't mind seeking me out, I'd like to speak with you in private.
Sure. I need to meet with the other instructors.
Of course.
And to speak with you.
Oh.
I guess I need to seek both of you out afterwards.
Or just me, you know. It's not that important. Don't worry about it.
Is my meeting somehow impeding on your day, Melanie? This doesn't concern you. I'll be looking forward to it, Carver.
I'll see you in the library.
She intend to stop me from finding answers. No, is she in on this? There's so many possible angles to this, it doesn't make any sense. I doesn't seriously think I was going to just turn around and rat her out. After all I said, I thought I made it rather clear that I don't want her locked up. But she's too much of an idiot to understand that, I'm sure.
Good to see you, Joseph.
Morning. Actually, one more thing I need to check.
Carver.
Last time I had spoken with Lila, she insisted I was unable to fire a rifle. Why would that be? And I barely have enough mana to fucking channel into the thing in the first place. Damn ham wrappings are getting in the way. What if... No. I'm thinking too deeply into this. That's stupid. It's like you're trained, Joseph. How was that blast? Oh God, she was right. Why? We have a lead. At least. Why? Why wouldn't I be able to fire my rifle? Think. The process for firing. The process for firing the mana-based rifles is as follows. Grab the rifle, creating a magical bond between you and the weapon you are holding. It unfortunately doesn't fire actual rounds, so you channel mana into it. After you channel in the mana is focused by whatever the shape of the object is, and from there it focuses onto the fulcrum point and fires out into a burst. So why would it backfire then? Once you've fired the rifle, it takes all the mana that has been pumped into it and discharges it. I am not one that contains much mana. There's no possible way I'm channeling too much into it. My miscasting. Something else is going wrong in between. Maybe it has something to do with Keystone. Thinking back on the previous thought, if the Keystone contains intense magical energy, and it pumped back into me. Well, no, it's been days. Even energy like that would have dissipated without a doubt, and if there was any semblance of that much mana being within me, I would be, for lack of a better term, bursting at the seams. Rather odd. Can't fire my rifle. I can't fire a rifle. Not now. Interesting. Still no answers, but at least no supporting facts. The book on the Keystone said nothing about it. Not anything about what happens when one comes into contact with one, and if that was only a shard, and that's the sheer amount of power that's been pumped through it. Oh god, I can only imagine the full thing. Actually, hold on. On that note, if a shard of the Keystone is enough to blast me away and onto Albrecht, what happens if you come into contact with the whole one?
Hey.
Lads.
Are you actually doing the more thing is?
Let him up.
We agreed to keep
Lads. Oh, he looks angry. Angry lad. Never mind.
Angry lad.
Let's not go with that.
Angry boy.
Angry lad.
Would you like to join us, Joseph?
No.
Apparently we're being lads.
We're doing lad things.
I think he's
lad
just a bit
stuff.
tired right now. I don't know if
I don't know what that
should-
means, but
Well,
I've become a lad.
I'm not sure what you mean
speak
either,
Look at rest for
but no, I don't wish to join.
Lads. You can speak.
Have any of you seen Albrecht?
There you go, see?
He's lost.
I have not.
Not sure.
He does that.
Have you seen Ryder?
Sorry, Zachary, something to of my
I guess
voice,
you'd
not
like
to your
join on the
liking.
fun.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't taking that. No, I wasn't doing that. I was actually just making a weird voice. I wasn't directed at you.
Making
Are
a
you
weird
actually gonna
voice.
show him the spot that we were gonna keep
I
secret.
was just doing a voice.
So like his normal
I
voice.
didn't sound like
It's
you.
weird.
I don't know, that's up to Zach.
I guess.
You've all been very helpful, thank you so much for your time.
It's not my thing. I didn't suggest it.
I'm gonna do the
If you're
sniff, and I'm gonna
looking
find
for her,
Ryder.
She might be by the infirmary.
He's sniffing? He's sniffing?
Oh my gosh, I'm
Trying to
leaving.
find ready.
Oh my god.
No.
Go in the fucking portal.
See, nothing has changed on their end. They're still wasting time, as they always have. I'll see if anyone in med squad is by. They can give me some sort of checkup. Hello? Is anyone there? Of course not. Medical personnel within the medical wing. It would make too much sense and be far too easy. I don't think I'm going to be able to solve this myself. I'm going to need answers. Albrecht might have some. Carver, well, given I now know he's a prince, he's ought to have some form of answer for me. I really want to do something about these bandages. Rather cumbersome. Going to take out that paper you put on his pocket earlier. A small table. Dear Marcus, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm in need of some assistance in terms of gaining equipment. I'm looking for a pair of gauntlets. As well as a mask. Once you are free, please contact me at your soonest convenience and we'll discuss the design aspect. Roll it up. But all I can't have them seeing me like this. Not now, not ever. As his mother always said. Action isn't good enough. And if my face looks half as bad as my arm does, well... Well... And certainly not perfect. Why did it have to be me? Oh, the people within this academy. It always lands on me. As if I did some convoluted thing in the past to deserve it. I don't deserve these bruises, these scrapes, these cuts. I did nothing but keep my distance, and I stayed as safe as I could. I was dragged forcibly back in. An incompetent idiot. My God. Left guard. Right gut. Left gut. Right leg. Left leg. Forehead. Couldn't put it to much use during the crypt. But I can't do it. It stings like hell. Limited to one-handed weapons I can use. My left hand, I suppose, my dagger would have to do. Ironic. At one time I was actually excited to try to learn something and I can't do it anymore. I suppose it's just my luck at this point, isn't it? It's always going to be. This fucking point forward. What less did I expect of the role of me? Really am alone here, aren't I? Yeah, mother and father. I'm slow to anger, but I toe the line. I reckon with the effects of your life on mine. Your decisions as of late have been confusing. You haven't responded, you returned my letters, you've largely been absent. There's even a sliver of something left in you. You will find it well to respond to this letter at your soonest convenience. Your son needs No, you're okay. J. Joe. If I'll get a response. The hell is everyone? Actually, I have a pretty good idea where. They've all been given an off day. I wouldn't be surprised to find them at the dorms. Or not. I had to place my bets. How long you been
Yes.
sitting here?
20 minutes. He's coming soon. I'm having a conversation with him.
After you're done with your conversation with Albrecht, if you wouldn't mind passing on the word that I'd like to have my own with him, I'd very much appreciate it.
You'd actually appreciate me doing something for you for once.
Or don't. Your choice. Have fun sitting for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, have fun. Only seeing out one eye.
Would you like to stand up and tell me that to my face? Yeah, come on. No, it's not like I asked you to do something so difficult. I just asked you to stand up and come over here. Why are you struggling so much, dear? Like a wounded fucking dog.
Shut up.
So ironic seeing someone like you like this.
What's that supposed to mean?
What do you think?
I don't know. How about you tell me?
Oh, come on. That wouldn't be any fun. Take care. Really. I hope your leg gets better, Aiden. So pains me so seeing you this way.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Sure thing, sir. Seems like she growls like a dog, too. Not that I expected anything less from some of her mental capacity. I may not be any... I'm no genius myself. But I'm certainly smarter than that fucking dolt. Melanie, that's the person I wanted to see. Did you finish your conversation with Carver?
I haven't come out of the war room yet, so no.
Right. May I ask you why you don't want me to meet with Carver? Do you have something wrong?
Because I don't want you spilling my beans.
The hell? They're not my beans to spill. I don't care. Not everything's about you.
Made it seem that way earlier. I'm gonna tell. Blah, 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 blah.
I said not to. I said you were going to.
Said not to tell Albrecht.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. You not going to that big girls gathering at the hot
Why the
spring?
fuck would I want to hang around them?
I don't know.
If she'd wanted to be there, she'd be
Yelling
there.
out to all girls.
Would she not?
True. What are you two up to?
Absolutely nothing. Playing a big old game of hide and seek where all of the hiders are in rooms I cannot access.
Ah, so a typical day.
Yeah. We could always go back to the library. No one's running around right now. All the girls are at the hot springs. Zachary and Ryder are probably beating each other up somewhere. And I don't know where everyone else is. In their rooms, probably.
Exactly what I'm looking around for.
We're at the dorms and at the springs.
Alright. Well, you two have a
You
good
can go
one.
crash the girls' day if you want. I'm sure they'd enjoy the company. Girls' day. Useless.
Right.
Ah, yes, let's all bond in our femininity.
Except
we
you
all
all
hate each
secretly
other.
hate. Yes, that. My thoughts exactly.
I don't think there's one girl on this campus that I say I can get along with.
Do you really think I was so apt and ready to tell what you had done? What part of you makes.
I'd like to believe not.
What part-
Because I told you in confidence.
Right. And then, to which I answered what? Do you recall? We just had this conversation. Remember the whole don't
Hey,
get yourself
you say
killed
you're
or
not
locked
gonna
up
say it.
part?
I believe you.
That would get you locked up.
Well, now you got me thinking, what if I do tell him? And he doesn't find out later?
Hence why I brought it up. If you do... Come on, piece it together. I know. You're a very smart, intelligent lady.
I'll get in less
Oh,
trouble than I would
no.
have originally gotten in.
No, you'll get locked up
Honesty,
now.
the best policy.
Oh, fucking...
You don't...
That is... that is just so
Wait,
hilarious
wait.
coming
So
from
you're
you.
telling me... Hold on, can we go in here? Or we get fucking... I have two options. I can either keep my fucking mouth shut and let them find out the hard way, which they will, because there's a breadcrumb trail.
You were
Didn't think
sloppy.
she'd actually fucking do it. I didn't think she'd do it.
Then why
Yes, I
hand
could
her
find
the knife?
shiv. She could be found. It's not a knife. It was a fucking tree branch, for fuck's sake.
Hand her a tree branch.
Because
With the intent. You had the intent. You know damn well.
I wanted her to have a way out, and she found a way out. I mean, I don't see.
You know what she could have
the
done?
problem is.
She could have grabbed the tree branch. Quite literally anywhere. Without your help. You pushed her to do
But she
this.
wouldn't have. Yeah.
You know what? You're right. Maybe you should tell them.
Didn't tell her to kill him. I didn't tell her to kill him. I just told her to
Right.
use it to protect
You,
herself. and get out of there.
you're right. You just really had hoped that she'd lightly tap him on his shoulder with a stick, teach him a lesson.
I would hope that she would get away without having to do anything, but I don't regret my decision.
No, you're right.
but-
No, you are completely right now knowing the circumstance. Go on. Go let them know and start your sentence early. So maybe in 5 years I can talk to you again.
What happens when I don't tell them and they find out?
Then you get locked up. Alright, rock in a hard place. Have fun. You made your decisions, you made your mistakes, you chose to stand by them, and here you are. Reaping the consequences. A little bit early, but...
Oh well. If I get locked up for doing that, then I get locked up, but I highly doubt they do that.
Right. We should find Albrecht.
Yeah. They're probably all still in the war room,
Well, I got,
talking it up.
at least I got the research I wanted taken care of, or at least most of it. You know if there's a book on the crypts?
Could be.
Suppose it'd just be
When did I last see-
it would just be undead lore at that point, wouldn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. All the undead are kept in... Why are you looking up undead? We already went over that. And you're looking at keystones, too.
Yes.
Why?
Are you deaf, or just did you forget the part where something huge happened while we were at Camp Kari? Was the whole deal?
I want to know why you're researching that stuff. Are you researching it because we were successful? Are you confused about the monsters you were fighting? Like, what?
I'm confused as to the property of the crystals and or potential keystone shards.
I mean, it's just magic.
Nothing is that simple, Melanie. You can't just, it's just
always that
magic to everything.
It's magic. Yeah, it's magic. It's the reason why we don't get hurt when we jump down from the top of the tower. It's the reason why you're alive right now.
There's a reasoning behind it. Deeper than that. Regardless of that, you don't find any of this odd. That sounds me to some degree.
Guess I just don't... I'm not shocked by it.
What happened to me? Like I'm sorry.
I'm sure what happened to you is extremely gruesome and fatal, but it wasn't.
We've had
because
students.
of magic.
We have had students here die for less. Have we not? No.
Sometimes
Have we not?
Arcana's not in one's favor. Yes, we have. Why can't you just take this as a sign and utilize it?
Why can't I try to understand the fact that I'm alive right now?
It's not about understanding, just go with it. You're alive. That's a good thing. You can't just
I
put
can.
a definition
I can
down on what
ask.
happened to you.
I can ask questions. I can figure out
Yes,
what
you
happened.
can ask, but it's...
We could potentially save future lives with the information gained from this.
Or you're just that special.
I'm not special. That's the point. I shouldn't be alive. I'd like to find out why. Perhaps we can apply it to future situations. And maybe, just maybe, something I do can help someone. Shocking, I know. I'm not capable of that, am I?
Who said that?
You at one point, probably. You've said quite a lot of things.
When? When have I ever insulted you for something you weren't currently doing to my face? Never. I don't do that. I don't assume
Sorry,
things
I'm
about
just
you.
used to being ridiculed every moment I'm standing next to you.
Yeah, well, stop comparing me to the rest of the fucking Neanderthals at this school.
Oh, you're one of them.
I insult when I need to. I'm one of them. You're gonna group me in with everyone else who's fucking bullied
I figured
you?
at least you would ask some questions about this. You're not the kind. You're. To my knowledge, you're not the kind to go, oh, thank.
Joseph, why the fuck would I ask questions about why you're alive when I literally have a fucking deity in a vial around my neck? How am I alive? How is Carver alive? How are any of us fucking alive from all the shit we've been through? It's magic.
closed-minded people like you that are the reason
I
we
am not
progress so slowly.
closed-minded. There is just so much that I am dealing with right now that this I am grateful for. Trust me, I am so fucking happy that you're okay. But it's not something to get your fucking underpants in a wad over. You're not tainted, you're not broken, you're not... There's nothing wrong with you. You're healing.
Precisely my point.
We helped you.
No, you...
What are you talking about? We got in a huge circle around you and chanted fucking goose for a
Then where's Corey?
sun.
Why didn't you all get into a
Corey
white, nice,
didn't have
wonderful
people there to
circle?
help her.
There was a group of people. I heard the stories.
They didn't know how to help her.
They didn't know how to do a basic magic spell.
It was unfortunate
basic.
and shit fucking happens. No, because no one knew why.
Right, but if I can completely die, get literally squished, and you can just put me back together like that, what, it just so happens to not work on her?
They didn't do any of the things that we did for you because we were ready. We were ready for you. And Spectre.
This academy has
She's
been...
alive too, mind you.
This academy has been here for how long now? And you're telling me they just realized, a couple of months ago, a basic restoration spell.
Sometimes things don't work out. And there's no
You're just
explanation.
you're just further proving that my point.
You can't logically explain magic. You can't. Don't even try.
Oh, I sure as hell can.
Are you seriously serious about finding out? Like, are you passionate about it?
No, I just figured I'd walk around for a day pretending like I am.
Please don't be sarcastic with me. This is serious.
Then don't ask
Answer
stupid
me.
questions.
Are you passionate?
Don't ask.
It's not stupid.
I've done nothing this whole
I
day
need-
but talk about it, ask questions about it, walk around researching it. Are you really asking this fucking question? Are you dumb?
You obsess over everything like this. How am I supposed to know which one's more important than the other?
Perhaps the one I'm focusing on.
You have a different focus every day. How am I supposed to know? You flip-flop. You have multiple focuses a day. Honestly, I can't keep up. Now answer my fucking question. Are you passionate about this?
No, not at all. It just sounded fun. I woke up this morning and thought to myself, you know what? I could do
Can you
running around
please,
doing
for
something
once-
random I'd never done before that I don't care about.
Can you please, for once, just answer me like a normal person?
No, because you should know the answer. It's stupid that you have to
I
set...
don't know the answer.
How the God, you're a dense and fucking car... Albrecht.
Yeah, I guess.
Holy
Yep.
shit. I have to reread that book on the
Get
drow, because
angry.
last time I checked, they weren't this stupid.
There's no book on Owl. I don't know fucking book.
Where the hell was it? Can't remember which floor it was on. I found it today. I hadn't seen it before. I was actually going to show it to you, but...
Hopefully someone probably destroyed it or something, since it's... If it's the same book from last year, it's blasphemy and lies and slander.
Hell,
Written by a human, no less.
where in the hell was it?
Probably nowhere, and you're just imagining things, honestly.
Oh, now that you've said that, I can't not find it. Think you're so high and mighty.
There you go again, assuming.
Where the fuck was it? Upstairs.
The lost cause, Joseph. There's no book on Drow.
The book's title was Understanding Drow.
Yeah, there's no such thing. There's no book on Drow. This is literally futile. Are you seriously gonna search the entire library because you don't believe me?
No, because I saw it this morning, and I was going to bring it up to you. It was going to be a talking point. But... what the fuck was it?
Well, I don't think you saw it.
Eat your fucking words. Right goddamn now.
I thought I could
Understanding the Drow. Volume 1, an introduction.
Did you look at this yet? Did you look at it yet? Joseph, it's lies, all of it. It's written by a fucking human. Don't read that. I'm serious.
So you knew of this book's existence. You tried hiding them.
Well, Ren burned all of them. I thought they were gone. I made sure of it.
What are you so...
Joseph, stop reading the fucking book.
What are you
please.
so scared of? Why can't I do my thing?
Because it's lies.
Purple or blue eyes? Let's see. Bright red being the most common. You're right, this book is filled with lies.
Just stop
Dark-skinned.
reading it, please.
No, couldn't be. The skin of the Drow is dark age, jet black, or obsidian. Drow hair could be stark white. You're right. We sit on a throne of lies. Your hair is not stark white, your eyes aren't red, and your skin isn't close to obsidian. Oh, sorry, am I supposed to stop reading?
I would rather you stop reading, yes. Joseph.
What are you so scared of me reading?
I'm not scared. I'm just... It's not the truth. I am the truth. You don't need to read a book. I'm standing right here.
More agile and alluring than most humanoid races. You're right, this is a lie.
Don't even get that started. I can turn those words on you so fast.
Drow are frail. Not enough fun.
No, I just don't want to watch your fucking facial expressions.
The Drow believe that any person that cannot defend themselves deserves to be inflicted cruelty, and by delivering cruelty on a weaker creature, the Drow could prove their superiority. Drow hedonists. They love to surround themselves with what they consider beautiful, generally without paying attention to the cost. They generally believe to be entitled to do whatever they want, whenever they wanted to do it. What?
Shut up. Are you done?
For now. Quite the boring book. Reminds me of someone I dislike.
I'm glad. Get rid of this Nope. No. Slander.
Official literature placed inside the Academy by those who run it.
incorrect literature
Bring it up with-
written about a race.
Then bring it up with them
that they
and
have
write
no
the...
idea about.
Then bring it up with them and write the damn book yourself.
They don't need to know anything about us, alright?
So you really are just being a
We belong
prissy
underground
baby
and we'll
about this,
stand
aren't you?
I'm not being a prissy baby. How would you like it if someone wrote a book about you that was incorrect?
I would...
There was nothing you could do about it.
I
and
would-
It was published everywhere with lies.
I would promptly, within my institution, bring it up to the higher-ups, allow them to know exactly which parts are wrong, provide evidence as well as facts to back up my claims on which parts are wrong, and then write my own rendition, allow them to fact-check it as they please, so that I may get published through them, with the correct form of literature to assure that my peers learn the proper information from the proper source, myself. I wouldn't stand there complaining about it and crying about it. I'd do something about it.
I'm not crying. I don't cry. Shut up.
Right, I read that. You feel better about yourself? Wow, what an advocate for peace. What an outstanding citizen. You clearly are on the side of civilization. You want the truth to go out, so you hide the lies and do nothing about it.
No, I don't want anything out. I want people to leave us the fuck alone and stop worrying about what's underneath their feet. You surface dwellers have no fucking business.
Are all
in
the drow
our-
like this?
Yes,
Research is
actually, we
critical.
are. That's
Understanding what's
That's
going on and
subjective.
what's happening around us is critical.
also subjective.
Oh, I know. You clearly don't want to look into anything. Why bother?
If it doesn't fucking concern me, I don't care.
Right. This and my reading, my research, what I'm looking into does not concern you. So why are you here?
But you concern me.
Proud of
I
you.
don't care about your story, I care about you, remember?
Right. But I'm also not walking around parading trying to stop everything you are doing.
I'm not trying to do anything, and even if I was, you would try and stop me.
No. In fact, I told you to go tell them.
Yes. No, you told me that.
No, remember? We literally walked in here, had our talk, and I said, you know what? You're right. You're between a rock and a hard
Care
place. Go
about
get it
your
done now.
Stupid blathering, angry shit you do when I've pissed you off. I'm talking about your actual original answer,
Right.
which was
To which
don't
you
talk.
provided facts and evidence, and I changed my opinion. Because you were right. You realize that's the thing that happens, right?
Trying to talk to you earlier, but that reminds me. Before you went off on a fucking tangent.
Can I help you?
This whole thing that you were looking at right now. How important is it to you?
This doesn't concern you. So don't...
I don't care. I'm asking a question.
Who knows? It might concern me, it might not. It might be important, it might not. So why look into it? There's no gain, no benefit.
Because unlike you, I actually want to help, regardless if I care about it or not. Because if you're obviously losing your fucking head over why you're still alive, I'm not gonna watch you.
I'm not losing my head over it. I'm confused, and so I'm seeking answers.
Alright then, cool. I'm glad you finally answered. Now, let me help you.
No. Not after what you just displayed to me.
Yes. What do you mean?
Melanie, I'm going to respectfully ask you to leave me alone. While I'm doing my research. This doesn't concern you. You're only slowing me down.
It doesn't fucking matter. I'm right here.
Proud of you. Keep that in mind.
No, it's not about being proud. Stop being a dick. Can you for once not be an asshole?
No, apparently it runs in my family.
Why do you get to walk away?
Pardon?
I wasn't finished talking.
Alright, sorry. My bad, go on. What?
No, it's literally useless to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm dead set on figuring this out.
Well, thank God
and
you
won't
stopped
let me
me
help
to
you.
tell me that you didn't want to talk about the thing you wanted to talk about. Could you imagine if I had walked away, not knowing that you no longer wanted to talk about the thing you'd wanted to talk about? Boy, how productive this has been. Now that I've dealt with her. The war room. Actually, I'll check the offices first. You can't knock. Knock. Rin is still waiting. Meaning Albrecht hasn't met with her yet. Meaning, well, they're still in the war room discussing whatever the hell it is they're discussing. What they possibly be talking about that would take them this long? Oh. Well, this is fucking awkward. But I won't wait outside the war room then. Ascension Academy arrived in Camp Corey just a few days ago. Travelers and pilgrims are already speaking of the battles that took place. The dry.
I'm helping you whether you like it or not.
That's not how this works.
Yeah, it is. I have enough information to where I can do my own research. It's up to you whether or not you want to take my help or not.
It's pointless trying to understand magic. Why bother?
If anyone understands magic, it's me.
And where was this earlier when we first were talking about this? You say I'm wishy-washy.
Because I was putting my feelings over yours. I wouldn't care if I came back to life. I'd be great.
Have nothing to do with this.
Feelings have everything to do with this. Maybe not on your end, since you're so stunted in that fucking area.
Calm down. The Dryad who guards the forest. The Dryad who guards the forest
I am in control of my emotions, for once.
Perfect. The Dryad who guards the forest have already begun removing any signs of evil.
Right?
No, leading to safer travel. Pilgrims heading to Noria. For the pilgrimage, I don't need to risk.
Well, that's too bad, because I
don't need to risk standing
started.
here pushing information back and forth for someone who might turn around and immediately go, oh, you
I
know what,
don't
never mind.
need to... What? When have I ever given up on you?
You just
When?
spent 15 minutes lecturing me, telling me that research is pointless on this. Now you're...
I never said the research was pointless. It was my point of view on the... You're trying to figure out something that could take you years to study.
Yes. And you know how long I'm going to be here, right? Years.
So you're gonna dedicate all your time to figuring this out.
My
Which means-
alternative is waking up and doing jack fucking shit. All day. Standing around, walking around. Doing nothing. Do my patrol.
And I am
Kill time until it's time for
changing
lunch.
my mind just like you did, and I want to help, regardless of how I feel about it.
You do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. I'm going to keep doing
Good,
my
so
part.
I'm going to help you.
You can... Sure, dear. You'll be
Wonderful.
helping so
Glad
much.
I got the answer of affirmation from you.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm so looking forward to our partnership regarding this circumstance.
As you should, because if anyone knows anything about magic...
Well, of course it's you. After all, you've dealt with magic for so long. It'd be stupid not to include you.
You're such an ass.
Takes one to know one, dear. The Dryad who guards
I
it.
am not an asshole.
You're quite noisy.
There's a difference.
Pilgrims heading to Noia from privileges of you express their deepest of thanks to Ascension. I'm sorry, what? I was reading.
No, go ahead. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh no, I finished. Hence why now I'm talking to you.
I'm so glad.
Oh, shh.
God damn it.
Afternoon, Carver.
Damn it. I'm intruding?
Trust me, she's very, very excited to see you. Regardless, I believe you have a meeting with her first, and then me. Correct?
Actually, you and I will talk first.
Oh. I know, dealing with her when her mood's like this
Unless,
is...
of course, you have something else you need to attend.
Oh, no. In fact, you're my first meeting for the afternoon. Well, if you don't mind me going first, Melanie, I'd be more than happy to have our conversation take place. Any objections? You're suddenly so quiet.
Have fun.
Where will you be waiting? Your loss. You choose somewhere comfortable with food and water. Alright. Where's the meeting point? Situations seem to have changed, and... well, clearly you're seeking after me as well.
I was going to simply inquire about your condition and your experience thus far, but it seems you have something you wish to discuss.
Oh no, I am perfectly happy speaking about the events that took place in Camp Kari. It's of no problem of mine. Or no issue to me.
Most everyone was affected in one way or another.
It seems like it.
What is it you would like to discuss?
Well, first, let's take care of your ends of things. You had some questions for me, did you not? Shoot.
For the most part, just wanted to ask you very briefly about how you felt. I
Mimic
understand
is
you
body
interacted with one of those
language.
crystals, the same as Albrecht did.
Well, I got close to interacting with one of the crystals, but unfortunately, before I could come into contact with it, it discharged a large amount of magical energy in pretty much an area around it. All of us were blasted back to some degree. I happen to be the closest one to the shock.
So you never touched it?
No, God no. I'm not an idiot. Of course I did.
Right. Okay, then.
Would you like a total recap of the events that took place during the mission expedition to the crypt? I'd be more than happy to provide.
I've heard what happened several times. I just wanted to know how your condition was, considering you seem to have potentially been involved in a very similar situation to Professor Albrecht, but maybe handling it differently.
I assure you.
Regardless, it's good to know that you're all right, and I'm glad that your overall physical health is recovering. Could only but imagine what happened if I hadn't gotten you out of there when I did.
Right. You really are a lifesaver, Carver. Well, I suppose if you don't have any further questions about the expedition to the crypt, I actually had some questions of my own. Though I understand you are an instructor and you are bound to certain rules on what you can and cannot say to the students that reside within, given that I am in such a similar situation to that of Professor Albrecht, I had some specific questions regarding his condition as well as the events that took place as a result of it. Are you willing to answer?
Right. Well, now, reviewing with the other instructors as to what exactly did happen. That way we can come up with a clear and concise explanation for everyone here at the Academy. Believe you me when I say we don't want to keep people here in the dark, especially when the students are starting to become a direct result or a direct consequence of what happens out there.
Right.
And amongst the instructors as well. But we'll be providing an answer to all the students once we have clear answers ourselves. Rest assured.
That was a
we're
rather
not trying to hide anything.
long way of saying no.
It was, yes. Not yet, anyways.
Albrecht's mental state hasn't stricken you a bit odd.
Of course it has, but he's doing better now than he was over at Camp Kari. The things that happened there should be taken with a grain of salt, including the clash him and I had.
I hadn't heard too much about the clash, but well, point aside. Albrecht experienced immediately noticeable personality changes, did he not? You said that the rest of us were in a similar situation to him, and yet here I am, unchanged.
I've noticed as much.
Are you sure Professor Albrecht hasn't had something different happen to him? After all, he made direct contact. It may have been through a weapon, but...
It is likely. I just wanted to hear about your condition through your own words anyways.
Well, my condition is about as good as it can be for now. There's not much else I could say upon the matter. But
of course,
I'm dealing with it how I can. I'm sure eventually I'll be able to take off these wraps and resume my day-to-day. Carver, what state was I in when you had found me?
I'd found you. I saw you get smacked myself. One of those creatures ran up to you and drove you into the dirt with one of its mallets. You were, it wasn't pretty. And dare I say it's a miracle that you're walking at the moment. You should count your blessings.
Right. The keystones, as I know them, I believe that's what we assume those crystals were, right? Keystone shards, I believe was the running theory.
Yes.
And I've been made to understand through study that they gather the mana from the energy, or the mana from the room around them, or the area around them, almost storing it. Do you think the direct influx of mana in one would allow one to retain such an amount of mana?
You talking about the crystals, or
the crystals? If they are shards of a keystone, then they should share the properties of the keystones, would they not? Gather energy and whatnot.
Of course.
Right.
In smaller portions, of course, but yes.
And if even that enough was to knock Albrecht on his ass as well as the rest of us, right? What do you think might be going on? Does an influx of mana have that much of an effect on someone's personality? That's the one point here that doesn't make quite sense to me.
It depends on the kind of magic involved. Things that we are still reviewing, and as I mentioned, once we have more concise and clear answers, we'll be providing them to the students. I've spoken with some of the other instructors, and keeping you on the dark isn't something we feel we want to do, especially if you're going to be involved with it. But it'd be a shame to provide an explanation that turns out to be false, wouldn't it?
Right. My secondary question, I was made to know that there was some sort of mass casted spell on me of the restorative kind. And I have also been made to know that this is potentially what had saved me. My follow-up question to that is, when Corey was dying, why wasn't the same steps performed?
I can't answer that question.
You cannot. Were you not there?
I was there, but
Right.
I wouldn't be the correct one to answer that.
And as such, given the group of individuals who had partook within the restoration circle around me, why hadn't they used it on Corey? You say you cannot answer this question. It's been quite a while, Carver. I assume you've done your research since then. Am I being made to believe that this pretty basic, although massive, restoration spell was only recently discovered?
Not a question that I'm able to answer.
Right.
I don't have so much knowledge on restoration magic.
Right. However, my counter-argument being that if something this major was discovered recently, we would have heard of it. So again, I ask, why wasn't the same spell used on Corey? Why was it deemed that this mass restorative spell was to be used on me? Specker is potentially paralyzed from the waist down, if I recall. Rin's legs completely broken. I, of course, was in a worse state, but I definitely wasn't dead. So why wasn't the same spell used on Kari?
The reason I'm unable to answer that question is because I'm not knowledgeable on this spell to begin with. And was it something I was aware we could have used on Corey at the time being, then I would have definitely tried to implore as such.
Right.
It was not I who recommended using that spell.
Who was it?
I don't recall exactly. Many were involved. I simply heard the call.
Well, that about does it for all my questions, at least for now. Most of my questions were centered towards the Keystone, but it appears you don't know nearly as much as I'd hoped. Would you happen to know which instructor I should ask about for information regarding the Keystone?
Regarding the Keystone, you could try speaking with Professor Vaughn, perhaps.
And I will do as such. Any further questions from you?
That is all for now. Thank you very much for your time.
Sir. I'll go. Well, you know where Melanie is. Good day.
Right. Good day to you, Cadet.
Do you happen to know which direction Albrecht went?
I do not.
God, his answers were useless. He really is all fucking muscle. Only further proves the incompetence of the instructors around me. Not that I ever doubted it. Suppose I can wait outside of Albrecht's room. He's not knowledgeable about the Keystone, so we haven't got any answers for that. What a waste of fucking time. He's still waiting there. Has Albrecht really not come over already?
You're dead. I was told he needed to speak.
I was told Rin needed to speak first.
I've already spoken to Irinaria.
Perfect. Do you have time now? You're looking better.
I do not feel it, that is for sure. After you. You're a new Rhea? As if you would give me a moment, would Cadet Joseph? It should not take long.
Why does he have Rin alone in a room?
Thank you for letting me know he needed to see me.
Welcome.
At ease, Cadet. Sit down, make yourself comfortable.
So I had several questions regarding the events that took place within Camp Corey. If you would be so kind to answer them as you can.
Ask away.
Those crystals that we had found within the crypts, have we yet identified what they are? I know the running theory is that they were keystone shards, but nothing further.
It seems that that is exactly what they were. Shards that were left behind by the cadets the first year that they were there. When they had cleansed the Dryad of whatever evil magics were there, they were unable to recover one keystone. Those were the fragments of it, repurposed to be used as conduits for something.
And that something has no indicative nature.
Not yet been identified.
Right.
I had brought back shards from the first crystal to Von Dannen, but when you shatter a keystone or its fragments, all the enchantment magic about it is expelled, so...
You yourself had come into direct contact with, well, both of them, now thinking about it. You have undergone multiple noticeable changes as a result of coming into contact with it, have you not?
It would seem so, yes.
Have you determined the nature of these changes?
I'm still unsure. I do know that whatever it is affecting my mana.
You mentioned mana. I am made to understand that the keystones are able to, well, contain a mass amount of it, right? Are you implying that the... Go on.
A keystone, fully formed on its own, can maintain itself, constantly casting around it whatever it was told to or enchanted to. Fully formed, that is, not a fragment. Fragments must have whatever is controlling them nearby.
So I assume there's something lurking potentially within the crypts that was facilitating these keystones.
It is possible.
Into which we have
Though the crypts were clear when we went through them. When I say close, they don't need to be within the same room or area. Could be a few miles, even. But it will still need to be maintained. And whoever is doing it is powerful indeed.
I'm going to ask a repeat question from the last time we had spoken. Your injuries from that day, have they healed?
Yes, they have.
Have they healed at the normal rate they would usually heal?
Yes. Somewhat slow. The cuts were not deep, but they were thanks to the swords of those constructs. Why? You seem very insistent on asking about the speed of my healing. Are you infected, perhaps? Did medical not take care of you the way they were supposed to?
My very being at the moment is a mystery to myself. I, for all intents and purposes, was smashed, pancaked, if it would be so crude. And here I am.
I had seen.
Standing. Full motor function. Minimal pain.
Trust me when I say I am unsure. I was with some of the other professors performing a spell of greater healing. And we stood around you and did as much, and I dumped as much mana as I could afford. But even then, I did not think you would have made a recovery, let alone full. I am baffled.
This spell that you casted, has it been in existence for a moderate amount of time?
It is common knowledge. It has been around for some time.
Why wasn't it used on Kari? I've heard the stories.
I was not here the first year, I could not tell you. From my understanding, Professor Carver and Cadet Kari had gotten separated from the others, and they succumbed to their wounds before they could be helped. But I do not know how accurate that information is. I cannot tell you for sure. You would be better off asking Professor Carver yourself.
Oh, I have.
What? Did he not give you an answer?
He told me he didn't know.
Not my place to say what I think of that.
Neither is it mine, but the situation is what the situation is. Regardless, your healing seems to be of normal rate. Your mental status seems to be somewhat returning to normal. Whatever your normal may be.
I'll be honest, Joseph, it is deteriorating. Whatever is in this mana that I absorbed, it is constantly assailing my mind. I do not know what it is, or why.
Have you contained?
But it is exhausting.
Have you contained the mana that was within the crystals you struck?
As best as I can, but I cannot be sure.
When you had made physical contact with the crystals, was the mana surge instant the second you had touched it, or was it upon shattering?
At first I had attempted to retrieve the crystals, and figured I would bring them back to Von Dannen. But when I had touched the first one, immense pain had shot through my body, enough that it seeped through my fortitude and brought me to my knees. Unfortunately, because of what we might have been facing, the idea of those dark constructs, I could not expel mana in order to destroy it, because it would leave me too weakened to deal with something that may be more powerful than I, and I did not want to put the cadets at risk. So I decided to destroy it with my sword. But until that moment, it was not oppressive. There was not a heavy feeling to the mana. But once it was shattered... My theory is this, Cadet. After the first crystal was shattered, we know that they were acting as conduits. So if the first conduit was destroyed, the mana that was going to it from the source has nowhere else to go but the second conduit. When the second conduit was destroyed, I believe I might have gotten a double dose of whatever it was that was in the singular crystal. If that makes any sense.
Yes, sir.
I cannot be sure of this, but the difference in shattering the first and the second, the pain was far worse, and I saw a great deal of magic and other things. It was enough to make even me black out.
Are you able to sense magic, sir? Volume, amount?
Yes.
Perfect. I do believe that is the end of all the questions I had for you, or at least the ones I remember up until now. I appreciate your cooperation, and I look forward to all of you pooling your knowledge together and figuring out what's going on.
Well, I cannot make any promises as I am unsure as to what we are dealing with in its entirety. But I must get to the bottom of it. While I have this rogue mana, I am not fully in control, and that is a danger. I must take care of it, and soon.
Understandably, not being in control of your mana could be something quite scary, especially given your line of work. I understand completely. Well, I've gotten out all the questions I have. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
Have you been able to sleep?
I have.
Uninterrupted?
As far as I'm concerned, yes. As far as
Have you heard any voices in your mind?
Oh, God, no. What, are you trying to tell me I'm going crazy again?
No. merely trying to make a baseline to try and understand what it is that afflicts either both of us or one of us.
Of course I don't hear voices, Albrecht.
Have you been able to use your mana at all?
Yes.
Have you actually?
I'm answering you honestly, Albrecht. Professor Albrecht.
Very well, I'll take your word for it. Other than that, I do not think I know enough to ask you anything more. Other than, are you okay? Are you actually okay?
Surprisingly enough, yes. That's the part that confuses me.
Yes, you should have been very dead, Cadet.
I was very dead, sir. But here I am,
I was
standing.
told the same.
Doesn't it strike you a bit odd?
Professor Von Dannen had to jumpstart my vitals, from what I was told.
And I just woke up.
I do not understand. If I find anything out, I will let you know, Cadet. If there is nothing else.
You take care, best you can.
When you are feeling up to it, let me know, and we shall resume our training.
Might be a moment. So,
Yeah. My mind makes noise naturally. I mean, nice. Yeah, make noise naturally. Yeah. Hi. You done? You didn't see anything.
I saw some weird
I
shit
saw
by
something
the door. Like
as
some
well.
weird color.
I'm not sure what I just
it's
saw.
always,
But
there's like a weird rat. Like there's like a big fucking rat, and like with white hair, which is weird.
we have those here. You know, it happens to the best of us. Hate to see it happen. Couldn't be me. Did you need something?
Yeah. No, I was asking what did you need standing out here in the hallway.
Oh no, I just left. I heard the rat outside
I
and
see.
decided to leave.
I see. I would get stopped too. Don't let me stop you for the rest of your day, though.
Right. You take care. The tea was lovely. I appreciate it.
Aye.
Of course, I didn't fucking drink it. Who knows what you're...
Oh, Professor Barnes? Is
Yes,
Rin in there with Professor
Yes.
Yes.
If you're going in, I just want to let her know that we're going into some of the girls and I are going into the Crystal Thorn Cave. We won't see us up there later.
Albrecht can't use his mana either. He didn't specify whether or not it was a discharge, but he most definitely was having problems with it. Fragment of the keystones were being used as conduit.
Professor,
Yes.
how are you feeling?
About as good as I can.
Have someone check the bandages?
I have checked them myself this morning. I assure you, they have been changed, and I'm fine.
You really should have someone else check them, regardless. I'll check them tomorrow. Okay? You made a miraculous recovery, so I'm just want to make sure that stays that way.
Right. I am up. I'm alive. I'm able to walk. At most, my hand hurts. My face, too.
Well, if you need anything, just let us know, okay? We'll be confidential as much as you need it.
I assure you I'm fine, but I appreciate your offer. I'll keep it in mind.
Okay. I'll see you.
Only when it's convenient. Just like the rest of them. Sure, you can. Oh, completely good. Huh. Alright. But I'll return this. Weird. Keystones. I already read about the keystones. I know what it is. And now after talking to Albrecht, I know roughly what those ones were performing. The... What? The dinner gong? Already? Suppose I'm already here. But I'm tired.
I mean, it did just ring.
Doesn't dinner seem a bit early?
Just getting started.
Yes. I guess one of this.
I'll go grab some food for them. So excuse me.
Joseph, we've gotten you a table. You and Nico Lash, I believe.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thanks, Evan.
Dude, look at it!
I made it myself when you were gone.
It looks wonderful.
You know how it
Very nice.
Dude, he gave me a tiny table. This is great.
Are you? Did you just smack your horn?
Yes. I felt a strong headache by that, whatever you just said.
Dude, we did it.
Yeah.
We fucking did it. General Squad has a table.
Using this time to
Look how sad it is.
consider if we take our dinner elsewhere.
That's fine. Everyone needs energy, though. So feel free to take it to anyone that needs
Of course.
Wow, that's fantastic. Going to miss out on the celebration on a successful mission.
No, this is the celebration. Eating till you're full.
I know. They're
Hey,
missing out on it, obviously.
Rusty, could you help me take some for the others? Yeah, do that.
Oh my god.
You
Fucking
this is from
love it.
Ashley.
Oh no, the
She's
colliders.
obsessed with Joko and
Oh no, the colliders. Dude. It's just Joseph sitting alone at a fucking table that kills me.
Declare the crystal throne table to be the lab table.
All around.
Dude, this is great. Now finally I could eat food in RP just how I eat it like at home, alone at a table for two, by myself.
I'm heading back to the Where was he? What was being said?
Oh boy. This is kind of depressing. Oh man, we have fun here.
Do you know where the secret cave is?
Or do we? We saw you all run to it.
Yeah.
This is where I check chat. This is where I'd put my chat. I had one.
I've been in it.
Yeah.
Invited though.
Don't fucking.
Oh, the drinks.
Hey, Shawston.
Well, this should be interesting.
What
Hello.
have you got there?
Can I help you?
Can you give me some insight?
Yeah. What's that?
I'm eating dinner.
Alright, can you give me
Is that all you're having?
as to why they want to
Perhaps. I might walk back up and grab something else. Why?
I'm just wondering.
They just don't want to make.
Probably
they
not.
don't
You
want
know,
to
like,
have to
it's
make
not gonna fill you up or anything.
It's not really that big of a deal.
I can always have another. We quite literally have an endless supply of food.
That's moving quite a bit.
Yeah, true. Is it good? The rice.
Do I eat meat straight off the bone?
Rice thing.
Yes. Always has been. Why?
Not a mana pool.
Do you have anything else?
Water with a tunic crystal in it.
What?
She should be in a hospital bed. Not
Do you
being moved
eat anything
around
else?
like some fucking doll.
On occasion. Why?
I'm just wondering. Small talk, getting to know you. How did your conversation go?
About as good as it needed to be.
That's good. So you're still standing.
You win or lose?
I just noticed that.
Are you winning?
What did you think was going on?
Nothing. You were opening the only half of your mouth that's not bandaged and talking. That's it.
They're not.
Well, I thought Hannah explained it. We were trying to send something together as
What?
Do you need something?
No, I'm sitting down because it's dinner.
You should eat dinner with your
Everybody else
squad.
I hang out with isn't here.
My favorite.
I don't. Oh, one person. I'm fine here.
Oh.
Wait, you've gone in that one?
He's on a boat, probably.
That's your squad.
Sometimes.
He doesn't come very often.
I didn't mind you being there.
You must get lonely.
I don't like it there, but
Actually, I'm rather enjoying being captain.
I just think I'm gonna freeze the water anyways.
You're the captain. You. Captain.
Yes, we voted on it.
You and the one other person who's rarely here voted on it.
Mm.
You don't have anyone to lead.
Very quiet.
Myself.
Not much of a captain. Look at you doing that poorly as well.
Oh, it's been working very well. Ever since I've been promoted to General Squad Captain, I haven't had any issues with any of the members. I've been doing my research as I need. I've been doing my patrol without interruptions. My interactions with those around me have improved.
Half the campus.
You see, our friendship's improved.
No.
I mean, you.
Well, now.
Okay, that's fine.
I think it has a little bit.
I know what
You know, you're not holding a gun up at me anymore, threatening to end my life. So, I would say we've, +1 on the friendship point.
Usually helps when the other person involved isn't trying to punch without asking questions. Twice.
They just told me, thank you. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, well, you kind of deserved the first one.
In what way?
Don't worry about it. Thank you for watching out for me, though.
The way you treated Melanie was beautiful. You're being a dick.
Well, think about, like,
Second one.
no,
First of all.
people, their girlfriends are like water.
Secondly, I'm allowed to do what I want.
Sure. Yeah, so can I.
So many voices, so many places. What?
Funny that.
Yeah, so my drink. There's
I didn't even move my hand.
But
Don't
that's
even.
not the greatest relationship.
You could have just asked.
I didn't. Thank you.
Hi, Zach.
Did you even drink, Evershine?
Yes, I drank a lot actually.
Want some?
I'm good for now. I'm not really feeling well right now.
There's the rest of the people.
Definitely dinner time. Yeah. I can grab a hot dog for you if you like.
I have nothing to say to you.
No, I just like something to drink, probably, but I'll leave it later.
I'm fine.
For now, I'm deep in thought.
I'm gonna have some salsa salt.
I do appreciate you coming up to ask, though.
Sauces what?
Yes.
You'll leave eventually.
Thank you, dear. Yes, thank you.
I can't have alcohol.
I already ate a shark.
Oh, thank you, son.
Oh, cool. What's it?
The lighthouse.
Time to check. Was it?
Yeah.
Great white.
Is that something good?
Babe. It made me think of that
Mean.
The hell is your food, Nixon?
Taste to live.
You got every
I guess
cleaned
today
up
it's
in your
Crystal
room?
Thorn Day.
Apparently not now, as there is a
Apparently this is a lad table.
at the base of it. But after tonight, I have no problem if you visit on the balcony.
No
What are you
girls
doing?
allowed.
What are you doing?
No girls allowed.
If there were
Feel free to relax.
The hell do you want?
Bring up food, drink, and bring a friend.
Nothing. You're staring at me, so I thought we'd have a staring contest or something.
Your eyes are closed. You'd be terrible at staring
happy.
contests.
Okay, fine, bet.
That's not how that works.
Oh, you can't just steal someone's food.
I guess the professor enjoys this cup and his wife.
You blinked.
Solution.
I saw you reach for it.
You blink first.
That's not.
Yes. I'm watching you. You just reach for it again.
You totally just laughed. You laughed. I saw that.
I exhaled.
Girls are mean.
I sighed.
Do you want some, Toro?
Is everything okay?
I'm good, thanks.
No, then.
You have like your favorite thing.
I don't know what you have to gain here. But you're not getting it.
Nothing. I'm just actually making sure you're okay, and it looks like you are, so I'm just chilling with my friend.
PP.
Uh-oh. We thought of a new word. Uh-oh.
Oh.
What's a PP?
Okay. Well. Oh.
Okay.
What was that?
If you ask what's a penis, I'm gonna eat my sauce.
I know what a
The fuck's happening over there?
Are you okay?
What the heck?
The fuck are they talking about?
Oh.
What was that?
I don't know.
The fuck is this?
Nah.
The general squad table.
Dinner time. Yeah.
I have to show you something. I have to show you a thing.
Especially if there's something I'm assuming they just.
What?
How's dinner going?
Can I wait until after
Doing
dinner?
pretty good. A lot of people are eating elsewhere
Well, of
because
course.
they're
Do
not
I
able
look
to,
like I'm
and
rushing
so
you?
medical squad's passing food out to them.
Makes sense.
Hey, Carver.
I gotta run to the restroom. Have fun enjoying your angry dinner.
Full moon out.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Apologies. Where exactly?
I don't want to talk to her.
I saw him walk out.
So, what do you think of Albie?
What happened?
Oh.
Pretty cool.
Where is he at?
I know, right?
I just saw him
Yeah.
walk out of here.
Pretty
I'm
cool.
about to follow him now.
Got it. I'll come with you. Hello, madame.
Eat too. Called you what? I will destroy them.
I don't want to fucking be here. I don't want to talk to you.
When can you take your bandages off?
I don't know.
He would blow
Oh,
them
okay.
away.
Literally. Just give me a name.
What?
When you think your cuts are gonna heal?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Oh, I am well aware.
God, so
When do you think your cuts are gonna heal?
not sure.
I think he's worth her time.
I'd like to say my recovery so far.
I mean, I could say 2 o'clock, but
Oh, I'm well aware.
Are you capable to come up and
I already
speak
have
with
the
me
direction.
for a moment?
I just need the order.
I just need
Yeah.
the order. Looks like
Couldn't
you
you
watered on
technically,
that one.
couldn't you perpetually fill their butt with air and they would have to fart all the time?
Joseph,
I am not going to channel.
do you mind helping her up the
No.
stairs to make sure she does not tumble
For such a
for a moment?
Yeah,
please?
Joseph, I'd appreciate help from a good old friend.
Ask the damaged man to walk the crippled up.
Temporarily, son. As long as she can get up here.
Yes.
I see you.
Are you done?
Grabbing. No.
Yeah, he's helping me up the stairs.
No.
Yay!
What a gentleman.
Go on.
I know.
Just keep moving forward.
Saucisson.
Alright, upsy daisies.
Can you find one now? Thanks. Appreciate it.
You can have some.
You can come take a seat here to help out your niece.
I'm good, thanks.
But you're grabbing for it. You don't want it now?
Crocodile balls, yeah.
Yes.
As I speak,
You just decide I'm done for me?
What?
more silent tone that shouldn't be
She
going
said
past.
it, not me.
That was my food.
Just get you a new one then.
He's fine.
What?
Punishment.
Come on.
Ben.
No.
Let's go see whatever the hell it is that you want to show me. Come on.
Come on. I'm not doing it here.
More bullying.
Oh yeah, I thought he said no.
God, you're a child.
I didn't say.
Lennox told me today
It's
that
so
I should explore
cool. I
bullying
can't wait.
child
I
so
can't wait for you to
much.
see it. I'm so excited. Come on.
He wants you to be a bully.
Yeah, he wants me to be a bully.
Oh,
We're waiting for the slow
so
pump.
fast.
I don't know.
What do you mean, slowpoke?
Yes, I'm still following. Keep walking.
Afternoon, Professor Albrecht.
Good afternoon.
Where are we going?
Come on. Somewhere dark. Are you ready?
No.
Well, you better get ready, because this is pretty cool. Okay. I say to do it. I think he said to count down. I don't need to count that one, will I? Okay. You ready?
Sure.
Ta-da! There's still some in there. This isn't even her. This is me.
Right, I see that.
I'm channeling my own mana through meditation.
Right, I'm proud of you. Where the hell was this before?
I just never looked for it, never touched the big locked box. Carver had an idea, and we finally got to do it. So... yeah.
Is the man just selectively dumb? Depends on the
What do you mean?
day.
What are you talking about?
Getting a sinking feeling about what's going on, but
You too. Seems you got some mud on your shoes.
regardless, I'm proud of you. Great job. I'm glad you have your magic. I'm glad you can finally wreak havoc again, as you had intended to do before.
And now I can actually be there, do what I said I was gonna in the first place. Which is watch your blind side.
As far as I know, I'll be able
With
to
confidence.
I'll be able to see just fine out of this eye. Have I tested
Just
that?
because you have both eyes doesn't mean you don't have a blind side.
If
Joseph. Everyone has a
I have
blind
not
side.
tested the theory, but I'd like to assume it to be true.
What?
I've ordered some equipment. I'm actually looking for... well... I'd rather it be a surprise, honestly. Rah, rah.
You know I don't like surprises.
Oh, I know. I never asked, though. Well, I'm proud of you. Your magic's regained, and you're going to train it back into whatever the hell it is you do. And you'll become the same frightening amalgamation of indecisiveness that you were before. Hurrah.
Thanks for being proud of me.
What are you going to do with that thing on your chest?
What about it?
Just going to wear it. Keep it that close to you.
I should, shouldn't I?
Should you?
It's dangerous. And I need her.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? You need her. In what way?
Yeah. Well, eventually I'm gonna
You're gonna what?
utilize it.
Utilize it.
I'm gonna...
The deity that's controlled you your entire life, and you're going to just whip her out like she's a tool.
I'm going to get stronger than her. And then I'm going to use her to my own benefit.
You intend to get stronger than a
See?
deity.
You don't even believe in me.
You intend... Are you fucking daft? You intend to get stronger than a deity, and then somehow convince it to do what you want. You are Melanie, right? I thought you had an ounce of brains in you, at least.
Yeah. No, but I have some hope.
You hope you'll be
Just you
stronger
fucking
by
wait.
this deity.
Just you wait.
Melanie,
I'm
tell me
gonna
this.
do it.
How will you know when you're stronger than this deity? What's the indication?
It's just gonna have to be the right time.
So you're going to guess.
There is no indication. There doesn't always have to be an indicator.
You're
It
going...
just happens.
You're going to take a wild guess as to when you're ready.
I'm gonna train
And then-
myself to the point where I can't get any better, and then I'm gonna try.
You're going to try to surpass a deity.
Lesser deity, but yes.
God, you really have gone mad. There's no way in hell you will
This isn't
ever
happening tomorrow.
come close. Never. You will never come even close to being capable
I'm
of
going to make
overtaking.
you eat those words.
If you're strong enough or capable
Just
enough,
you wait.
if you're capable enough at any point to gain the power of a fucking deity, you wouldn't be here.
Who says it has to be now or 10 years from now? She's stuck in whether she likes it or not. And she's stuck with me, whether she likes it or not.
You're not just going to train as hard as you can and become God. You don't just accidentally stumble into it. And you certainly don't lift weights.
There's more than one God, Joseph. And currently, one of them is around my neck right now, and they can't do shit unless I allow it. So if I were to think correctly, I already am in control of her.
Right, so keep it that way.
Yeah, but what if I could utilize her power?
Yes, but what if I could take a random gamble when I think the timing might be maybe right? Because then I could go from being super strong to potentially super strong. Sound crazy. You sound like an idiot.
Maybe I am. But I believe in it, so.
You're not going to be
Just like I
stronger
believe
than a
in
god.
magic.
It's only an unfortunate
Who
circumstance.
says I have to be stronger?
You said you wanted to.
I don't want to be.
You said you wanted to control it. You have to be stronger than it to control it, or else it'll take right back over. And guess what? You,
Or
Melanie,
you
will
outsmart
go
it.
back to outsmart a fucking deity. What are you trying to outsmart? You
She
take.
did it once. She's in a fucking vial now.
You got shot.
No.
You're right.
You want to know something?
What you have to do.
Deities are super easy.
What you have to do then is, to spend the rest of your days with steel. There we are. And then anytime you could just test
No.
it over and over again, right?
No, I have my own plan because it's my fucking plan. I
Your
already know what I'm
plan
going to do. I'm going to train
is going
every
to
single
fail.
day.
And
No,
you are
it's
going
not.
to be
Maybe if
retaken
you
over
actually
by
trusted
your
me
deity.
for once instead of
And then you are going to be
the
miserable
faith
again.
you have in me is boundless. I have faith in you. You don't see me making fun of your injuries and saying you won't be able to recover.
Because I already
Because
have.
I know you will. Because from the looks of it, you have not fully recovered.
Anyways, Melanie, you have fun pretending.
I'm not pretending shit. That's your opinion of it.
You're going
Just
to.
you fucking wait.
You're going
You
to
just wait.
whip
No,
out
you were gonna
this
wait.
deity, and she's going to
Maybe 10 years from now.
instantly overtake you, just as she did before. She's going to
Or
re-assimilate
I'm gonna
herself into
overtake
your
her,
life, and all the things
you're gonna be left there
that we
with
had
a
seen
gaping wide mouth
when
and your
the
big golden eyes
visual
all
shit had
surprised.
happened when you stabbed yourself will happen again, but to a stronger degree, because now not only is the deity controlling you, but the vessel she's controlling is now even stronger.
You know, it's really
You will
hard
have fed
to
the
progress
deity
when you have
exactly
someone
what they have
anchoring you
wanted.
back. You're an anchor right now.
God, you poor summer child.
Don't poor me. I'm not the one that fucked up in combat.
At least
You're the poor one
At
here.
least I understand I'm weaker than those around me. You're
Oh, I know I'm weaker. But I'm not weaker than you.
Right, I know I'm weaker, but if I lift weights enough every day and think really hard about it, eventually God will kneel beneath me.
You know, you are literally the biggest hypocrite possible. I could say the same thing about your research. You're not gonna find anything. You're gonna constantly be worrying and wondering how you're fucking alive because there is no research.
I probably will. That's whatever.
Alright then.
Right, but guess what?
Cool.
I get to walk away from this. I don't get a deity possessing me and causing me to
Do
slaughter
I look like I'm opening up the
villagers.
vial?
No, right.
Do I look like I'm grabbing at it right now to drink it?
No.
Alright then.
No, of course
You
not.
have nothing to be fucking worried about then.
Oh, I'm not worried.
And I don't plan on doing
I'm
it anytime
letting
soon.
you know that you're going to kill yourself.
I'm not worried.
And then you're going to be right back at
Guess I
square
will
one.
then. Yep, dead though. No.
God, what's getting on into you? I'm not sure what's gotten into
What's
you.
gotten into me? You're the one that's acting weird and obsessing over shit.
I'm actually researching.
What happened?
I am researching a topic at an academy. You're talking about beating God through sheer force of will. Who sounds crazier?
Over time. And it's not a
Yeah.
god.
Yes, but if I
Lesser
do it over
deity.
over an extended period of time, then
Are
I'm
you seriously just gonna laugh on my face?
so proud of you, Melanie. I'm looking forward to seeing you become another lesser deity or above. I'm looking forward to you gaining the power of a deity so you can take care of
Or
this
maybe
lesser deity that
she
gets
might
not.
be able to
And we can
help.
then all pray day in, day out to thee, Melanie.
You don't even listen to
Deity.
me. I just talk to a wall that just talks back to me.
You've gone,
You don't even listen to me.
you've gone
You don't even hear what I
mad.
say. You're not even looking right in front of you. I am harnessing her ability without her help right now. That's what you saw. I was doing it. Any other person would have burned up alive. But I did it. And I'll fucking prove to you. And everyone else that thinks that I can't fucking handle it. I will handle it. I'll handle her. Just fucking watch. Go ahead, walk away again. Have no faith in me, just like everyone else here. Join them.
I don't wish to join them, but I do wish to walk away. Have fun playing God.
Have fun on your wild goose chase.
I'll be alive at the end of mine. Can you say the same?
Will you, though? It doesn't look like it. I could do that too, bud.
Exactly.
Everyone's still kicking around here.
Exactly. I'm recovered. I'm fine.
Are you, though? If I were to push you over right now, you'd fall apart just like a bag of fucking marbles.
Bandages are a formality, dear.
I don't know what has happened, but, the energy here, I don't like it. So, I'll let you know if I figure anything out. But I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Have fun.
Shove it up your ass.
Good night. That's all. It's already night. Taking in too much information. I'll sleep on it. Unlike her and her want to surpass God, I can at least find evidence of what I'm looking for. I will get to the bottom of this. I will find out what's happening. I will find out why I'm happening. I shall see. It'll all begin to make sense. Besides, well, I got plenty of time while I'm in here. Gathered a lot of information today. I'll have to write it down. Same as I wrote it down, or same as I have to write down the conditions for the instrument I wish to get from Professor Barnes. It's odd how busy I've gotten in such a short amount of time. I'll manage. Alright. Time to write that letter. Yeah, Professor Barnes.